Hello and welcome. My name is Erin and I'm really excited to have you all here because today we're going to be reviewing two different yarn lines from Jody Long. Now these were sent over to me by Knitting Fever. I love them. They are a great distributor of yarns. So I'm going to be reviewing not only the Jody Long Alba, but also the Jody Long Alba Aran. Now, of course, these are both part of the same family of yarns. One is more of a sport to DK weight, and the other being a heavier worsted weight fiber. So we're going to give a full review on this fiber, how it knits up, how it crochets up, what you can kind of expect from this yarn before you go ahead and purchase something that is a little bit more luxurious. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the review. And for those of you who are not familiar with Knitting Fever, they are an international distributor of not only yarns, but also supplies. They distribute their yarns to local yarn shops and small businesses who can then put them out for sale. But the really fun thing with Knitting Fever is that they have a store locator on their website, so you can very easily search for any yarn, fibers, supplies, or even patterns that are going to be supplied at local yarn shops near you. And of course, you can use that store locator to find any local yarn shops that are kind of located near you and across the US. So you can go into the store, purchase your yarn and supplies from them, and then you're also helping to support local small businesses. So yeah, I just wanted to give a quick disclaimer. Knitting Fever is great. I love everything that they carry. So the Alba line is a luxurious blend of merino and alpaca fibers. It's actually made up of 50% merino wool, 25% alpaca, and 25% viscose. And with each ball of yarn, you get roughly 350 meters or 382 yards of yarn per 100 grams. Alba is also listed as a number 3 DK weight fiber, and in my honest opinion, it works up between a sport to DK weight, so you can kind of fluctuate your gauge and your tension to get the overall look that you want to achieve. Of course, we also have the Alba Aran line, which has the same exact fiber content as the Alba, but of course the difference being that this is labeled as a number 4 medium or worsted weight fiber, and you get roughly 160 meters, which totals to 175 yards per 100 grams. Right off of the bat, I love the feel and the texture of this yarn. Of course, having the merino in there is going to keep you really warm and toasty, but having that extra touch of alpaca in there is going to add not only a slight halo to the yarn, but it's also going to soften up the fiber a little bit, which makes it very comfortable on the hands as you're working with it. It's also accented with a bit of viscose, which is sourced from German sustainable forestry. And if you look closely, you'll notice a subtle tweed effect, which I really love in a more solid color fiber. Having that tweed effect in there is going to kind of break up the neutrality of the project and take it from something more 2D, which is a little bit more flat, and then it kind of adds an extra layer of depth to your project. Now, this yarn is not super squishy. I would have to classify this as more of a moderate squish, but I feel that having that 25% alpaca is going to give just the right amount of drape to your project, so it's not going to be too stiff versus having something that is 100% wool. I have used this yarn in the past to make a really cute dog sweater. Now this is the Alba Aran line, so again, this is the number 4 worsted weight fiber, and I honestly loved the experience from start to finish. Now, of course, this being a number 4 worsted, my project worked up extremely fast. I think it only took me a few hours to finish this up, and overall the result is dashing. You do get that slight stitch definition, and my stitches were very consistent, so my project worked up wonderfully. I had absolutely zero complaints, and again, because of the fiber content, this doggy sweater was very, very warm. So I'm also glad that that alpaca is in there to kind of add a little bit extra lightweightness to the project so that it's not super dense and heavy. For this project, I used primarily double crochets, and as it is, you can really make out all of the stitches. So I think that this yarn would also be really great for anything with cables or very distinct stitch characteristics, such as like a bobble stitch, moss stitch, honestly, anything that your heart desires. I think this yarn would very much so complement a textural design. Now, in my opinion, the Alba, which is the number 3 DK weight line, would best be used for any type of design such as a shawl, a lightweight cardigan, or any type of headwear accessory, whereas the heavier Alba Aran line, which is the number 4 worsted weight, would best be used for chunkier knits and crochet pieces such as a turtleneck sweater such as this one, anything, again, very thick and chunky and bulky, designed to keep you warm. Of course, you can use these yarns to make whatever your heart desires, but in my opinion, the Alba Aran is going to be really great for thicker, warmer sweaters, or even blankets and beanies. There's also a really intense color range, which is inspired by the Scottish Highlands. I love that the color selection ranges between your neutrals, your medium to bright shades, and also your very deep saturated colors. So yeah, that's going to be my review on this fiber. I hope that you guys really enjoyed it. If you're interested in finding out any more information, you can check out knittingfever.com. All of the info is going to be listed there, such as yardage, pricing, of course, where you can pick up this yarn. And that's going to be it for today. Have a great day. Bye.